modesto. Best, somos muy modestos.
Sois muy modestos, sí, se llama Best, son los mejores. Y bueno, además de venir a los Alex, habéis venido a una pequeña clase de inglés. Porque esta presentación, él habla perfectamente español, pero se siente mucho más cómodo y dice que está mucho más gracioso en inglés, entonces hemos decidido que lo hagas. ¿Vale? Lo dejo con Alex. Un momentito.
¿Son cuántos segundos?
400.
400 segundos, o sea, 40 cada uno.
40 cada diapositiva.
Venga.
There we go.
Okay, good. Right. That's the name of the company. Good evening. Best British Education Study Trips. And that's me, Alex James Sims, failure. Failure is fracaso, no? Okay, so something in Spain very strange is that you have very long names. Yes. This morning I had a student for me. Her name is Julia de Toledo Álvarez, no sé qué, no sé cuánto. Larguísimo, you could say normal. Eso es normal aquí en España. No, yo soy Alex Sims, punto. Okay, but I have a middle name. In English we say my middle name is so and so. Okay, middle name meaning soy un fracaso porque siempre fracaso. Entonces middle name es una cosa que decimos. Sorry, I'm speaking Spanish. Lo sabía. Talking Spanish. Mezcla total. Lo sabía. Okay, sorry. The middle name is something we say which is typical of a person. And my personality is fracaso, failure. Okay, so my name is Alex James Fracaso Sims. Okay, good. This is my background. 1970s London. Good time to be in London. I was brought up in the 1970s. That's the Sex Pistols. Good music. Genesis, Pink Floyd, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so different world from today. Okay, we had no mobile phones, no computers, no internet, no European Union. Okay, it was it was not called the European Union. It was called the EEC. It was just economic, no politics, and no information about work prospects. That was the big problem. Now you can go on internet, find. We had a problem. My school, work, what do you do afterwards? No idea. So, we basically decided to have jobs, not a career. We don't need a career, we need a job. And I had many jobs. And over and over and over again, I failed. Okay? My mother was a teacher, so I could try teaching. Didn't like teaching. My father was an accountant. So I worked for my father for a few times and didn't like that, money and numbers, don't like it. I went for my first interview as a civil servant, yes, civil servant, funcionario, okay, London, Piccadilly, go to the interview, 5 people for the interview, okay, and one person doesn't say anything, just watching your reaction. Of course, fracaso, I failed the interview, perfect, okay. So I decided that what I have to do is discover what you really don't want to do first. Okay? Then discover what you really want to do, if you can, by failure, maybe success, no? Okay? And then go and do it. It's the most difficult, right? By the way, this is my recommendation for relationships. Okay? The same thing. Find who you don't want. Try again. Okay? Eventually, maybe you get to number 3, maybe. Okay? So basically we had jobs and jobs and jobs until I thought I'd found my perfect job. Okay? In the 1980s, I saw an advertisement in a newspaper for Saudi Arabia. Okay? Money. Everything paid for. Car, accommodation, okay? And I was working with no taxes, 0 taxes, fantastic. We have to tell Rajoy about this idea. No taxes, fantastic. Adventure. This has got to be my perfect job, right? This time, I'm not going to fail, okay? So, on a plane, Heathrow, Saudi Arabia, capital of Saudi Arabia is Riyadh. And I was working as a plant manager in Riyadh. Unbelievable. I still can't believe I did this job, okay? I was the plant manager. This was the plant, massive plant, the biggest plant in Saudi Arabia, really, okay? I was the plant manager, but no production, very little production. Fantastic, manager, feet up in the air, reading the newspaper, money, money, money. Perfect. Okay? But, problem, sir, we had Filipinos working for us. They were all Filipinos. Okay? My number 2 was called Ding, and we had Mong, Bong, and Boing. Really, yeah? Boing Sacramento. Still. Boing Sacramento. So, in my office, please. Ding, boing, dong, bong, boing. Into the office. Right, okay. And we had problems in the plant, okay? But it went okay. I was okay. 6 months, I go back to England for renewal of my passport and a visa, okay? The contract, 2 years. I'm happy, okay? I go back to England, I go back for a week. My boss, new boss, says, you can have a few more days, Alex, no problem. When you come back, you know, it's normally a week, it's okay, 10 days. 10 days in England, telephone from my father's house, okay, and visa, no visa. Your visa is kaput, okay? No chance to go back to Saudi Arabia, 6 months only, finish. And my boss refused to take the phone call. I rang him and he said, sorry, it's 7 days, you have been 10 days, goodbye, okay? Big problem. Okay? I learned from the experience, okay? It was a big, big problem, but it was life. What did I learn? Failure. Other people can make you fail. Especially if you have little control over the situation. My boss decided, bye-bye. Okay? Number 2. Can I go back? Possible? 10 seconds, please.
Oh, sorry. I did it the wrong way.
Back.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay? But you will survive. Okay? Fracasso, but you will survive. 2, success. Success is often temporary. Never think you have made it forever. Money, money, money. Didn't happen. Okay? Not always. What did I learn about me? I don't like having a boss much. Bosses can be a problem, right? I'm not good at taking orders. That's true. Still true. So I should probably be self-employed. Yeah? Autonomo, working for myself. I learned a lot from this awful, the worst experience in my life. Really the worst experience, okay? I had no money. I had a house in Malaga that we were supposed to be paying £1,000 a month of rent, and suddenly no job. Big problem, yeah? Okay. You learn from your problems, as the previous guy said. Okay. Morals of the story. Like the photo? Nice photo. I've been looking at that. That photo is fantastic. Okay. Your whole life can change in a day. That is what happened that day. Yeah? My whole life changed. Long story, resuming now, but that's the story. Never assume you can trust anybody 100%. I still remember the name of my boss, David. It's a Spanish name, long name. David, hijo de su madre. Some people can be total bastards. Okay? But you learn from negative experiences, and you make the negative experience positive because you learn. Right? People who avoid failure also avoid success. Take a risk. Okay? What is failure? Failure is feedback. It's telling you something. Right? You learn from that. Okay? That's the name of my company. Thank you, Chris. That's us. Okay? Thank you very much.